I was wondering why me. Mainly was why me, and why do I have to go through this? And worried about my kids. I have two kids, so they were very worrisome.
I couldn't feel anything. When that surgeon sat on the other side of his desk, and I sat on this side of the desk, and he said, you know, your report came back positive. I didn't feel anything. I was devoid of feeling because I thought of cancer as a death sentence, I guess. And I didn't want to die. And it was a progress. And it's so funny because as I journey on now, I think I've made friends with death.
I guess the things that go through your mind so much as to were the doctors right? Was my cancer really that small? You know, had it spread? Did they miss anything? And I guess you think of your own future and what will my future be like? I tried to always maintain a very positive frame of mind, and to think, you know, truly I might be one of the very lucky ones to, if the cancer was as small as the doctor said it was.
And then one night here, I couldn't breathe anymore, so they took me to the hospital again. And everything, after a while, everything stopped on me, my kidney, everything. So that's when it turned real bad there. They thought I wasn't going to live. And the doctor says, that's it, they can't do anything for me. So that's when it went out of my body. I was going to die, like I made everything up with God there, everything was okay. I guess I was ready to go. And I sat on a bench there and I wait for a bus to come by. And that big bus come by. And the door opened and someone said, there's no room. And it took off. And I was still sitting on that bench. And I could see that just like this. And then I could see myself going back into my body. When I went back in my body, it was just maybe that long, just very small. I could see myself going back in. And I don't know how long after, but I got up and I went to the washroom. And everybody was there looking at me. They were all, even the nurse was just dancing at the end of the bed. Didn't know what's going on. They didn't know either. So I think it was a kind of a miracle.
After my surgery, I had to go from Moose Factory to Kingston to the cancer clinic there. Biggest challenge was to leave my home, to leave my family, my children, my grandchildren, and all the support that I knew would be here had I been closer to home. But I was able to take my husband with me, and he was able to stay with me for the duration of my treatment, which was 6 weeks of radiation. So that was very difficult.
Surgery to remove the tumor for testing or as treatment can be the first step in the diagnosis and treatment of cancer. If the tumor is cancerous, sometimes your doctor will also suggest radiation treatment or chemotherapy or both to make sure that any part of the tumor left after surgery stops growing. Chemotherapy or drug therapy can slow or stop the cancer cells from growing and spreading to other parts of your body. Chemotherapy drugs are taken into your body through your bloodstream or as a pill and are very powerful. Some people are able to have their chemo treatments in a hospital that is closer to home. Radiation therapy can be given to you from outside your body or placed inside your body. Radiation treatment uses energy from X-rays and other sources to kill the cancer cells. During treatment, you cannot feel or see the radiation. There are other members of the hospital care team that can help you during your treatment. Dietitians, psychologists, social workers, physiotherapists, speech-language pathologists, Aboriginal navigators, and dentists can help you with difficulties during and after your treatment. For example, financial concerns and coping with the burden of cancer are areas a social worker can help you with. Taking native or complementary medicines, or both, for your cancer in addition to Western medicine is your choice. Find the best solution for yourself. Always inform both your traditional healer and your Western doctor about all your medical history, medicines, and symptoms.
And the cancer was real close to the heart. So she said you can't have chemo or radiation of any kind. She says you got about 6 months to live. So I figure, well, 6 months better than tomorrow or next week. Eh? And it's been 5 years. I'm still here.
Because I did that the second time round. Like, I kept going to the doctor and he kept saying that, oh, there was a virus, and oh, I'll give you prescription for nausea. And I knew that wasn't going to work. And but so I was passive, eh? And until when this was all over, and I realized that we can't be passive. We have to be very assertive, very aggressive. If he's not listening, then we have to do something, take another step further and say, if you don't want to look after me, then send me to somebody else, somebody who's going to, you know, listen to me, that, you know, there's something definitely wrong.
I thought I was going to go into a big machine or something like that, you know, for my treatment. But I didn't. It's all IV. So that was the biggest misconception I learned. Other than that, I didn't have any other ones.
Some common cancers can be prevented or found early with screening tests, and most cancers can be treated. These screening tests save lives. If you are a woman age 50 or over, having a screening mammogram every 2 years can find breast cancer when it is small and often easier to treat. You can ask at your health clinic about the Ontario Breast Screening Program or call yourself. For all women who have had sex, a regular Pap test can find early changes in the cells of the cervix to prevent or find early cervical cancer. Ask your doctor how often you should be screened. For men and women over the age of 50, a simple fecal occult blood test or FOBT test done every 2 years at home can find tiny traces of blood in your stool that may come from small precancerous growths called polyps or early colorectal cancer.